FragPunk just got 2 brand new patches. We'll also look over a brand new shop overhaul and update, which does include some known issues you might be having and a fix for that. There's also some major news for Crossplay, and a huge anti-cheat update. Last up, we'll go over some additional rewards you can claim, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up world, it's Utopia here, back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things FragPunk. Let's just jump right into it. First off here, yes, we have those patch notes, and we'll go over the May 15th and May 16th patch. Now, May 15th was an actual update. They're no longer calling this one a hotfix, and it was quite the decent changes here, as well as a major shop update. So first off, this does apply to console specifically, but by default, console players will now be matched with both Xbox and PlayStation players. And in ranked matches, the crossplay feature can now be enabled to match PC players with console. So it does still apply to PC players, and it should get a bit of better queue times there. And I do believe they mean here by default players will now match up PlayStation players and Xbox players. That is by in ranked 2. So they have completely remedied that and fixed that. We talked about that in the last video. A lot of people were having issues with that. They couldn't play with their friends on a different console platform, especially if they wanted to play ranked together, and you now should be able to. So pretty fast turnaround time. Really glad they listened to the community. They did that basically in just over a week, which is incredibly quick. Also with the May 15th update, they're introducing a brand new character and weapon skin that includes the Celestial Envoy, which is the Ultimate Lancer exclusive prize pool, which is an exclusive skin for Pathogen. Again, that did start today, so the prize pool is now available, and you can check out all the different prizes there. That also features 1 extreme melee weapon skin, 2 superb weapon primary skins, and they do mention that rewards are not duplicate, only 12 draws are required to unlock all content. I have also seen a pretty good reception about this over on the subreddit. Seems like a lot of people are able to unlock this skin a lot faster than a few others, so it does seem like this prize pool might be a bit easier percentage-wise. At least that's what it seems like from the subreddit. But it is a pretty decent Pathogen skin, so if you want to snag it, you could do so. There was also 2 bug fixes with this update, where Team Voice Channel was not working as intended in certain scenarios, so voice chat should now be improved. There's also an issue where the icons for the melee weapons Striker, Obsidian, Dragon were displaying incorrectly in the arsenal, so now that has been fixed as well. That leads us on to the May 16th patch. Again, the Celestial Envoy is available today, but there was an updated hotfix here for that as well. Now these were 3 bug fixes here. There was an issue with certain sound effects for the weapon skins, Bad Reputation Plasma and the Vicious Plasma. Those are missing in-person view during gun switching and inspect animations. There's also an issue with the defeat effect of the Violet weapon skin being abnormal, and where character models displayed abnormally after being teleported by Spider's skill teleporter in certain circumstances. So some decent bug fixes there, and even one with a character skill. That does cover for the May 15th and May 16th patch. Now with this update, it looked like there might have been some problems. There's multiple posts on the subreddit here saying my account is gone after I logged into my PlayStation account. All my progress was gone. There was another post here saying my account is gone and I play on Xbox. So this is happening, it seems like, on nearly all platforms, or at least ones that were linked together. So if you did have a PC account and you linked to an Xbox, it might have had this issue as well. But it does look like it was happening on both the PlayStation and Xbox. However, we did have a FragPunk dev comment on this. They mentioned they have received this feedback on the issue and it has already been resolved. So now if you have that issue, you should be able to restart and re-enter your game. If that doesn't work, I would just recommend maybe power cycling your console or logging out and logging back in to your main account. Not just your FragPunk account, but your PlayStation or Xbox account. That way everything kind of refreshes. After that point, of course, you can always contact support, but it does seem like that issue has been fixed now. With that, we also had a major update to the anti-cheat scene, where it looks like a section of cheats have been defeated entirely. Now, they're even keeping up with specific discords for this. It's kind of insane. They're actually doing like an insider job here, and they have defeated FragPunk DMA cheats. You can see here that basically these cheat sellers had to discontinue their services, which is super cool. They're keeping up with the scene there. This is probably the most in-depth I've ever seen a game studio actually go and showcase that these cheat sellers had to discontinue their services. Absolutely insane and awesome there. And even funnier than that, the person named for these cheat resellers is Eden, and Bad Guitar has their very own Eden, who they're calling a dedicated warrior in charge of their anti-cheat efforts, and he's been tirelessly battling against cheaters day in, day out. He mentions he will not rest until cheaters are defeated. Again, just absolutely insane the amount of effort there to get rid of these. I think that's very cool, and I'm really glad to hear about this. Again, the fact that they're going to this much effort to actually get rid of that is awesome. Next up here, I know I mentioned there was some exclusive rewards. They have here the We Listened 5-day login bundle, which actually does give you quite a ton of stuff here. You can get up to 15 Ultra Pop Cans completely for free, literally just by logging into the game. So if you log into the game just for 5 days, you'll get 15 Pop Cans, 20 seasonal decoration packs, 10 regular pop cans, other than the 15 Ultra, 200 skin keys, and 20 basic sticker packs. So quite a lot of rewards there just for free. And all you have to do is log into the game and you'll receive that upon logging in. Next up here, we actually had a massive update to the FragPunk card war. This is the third batch of the finalists. Again, they had 4,222 incredible submissions. They had to go through all of those, and they've gone through 3 batches of finalists now, with the final batch to be revealed next week. They actually went over some cooler stats here. Again, they had 422,000 global submissions, but the distributions of that is actually kind of cool. So Europe made up 37%, with North America 33%, Asia 20%, South America was 5%, Oceania was 2%, and Africa was 1.4%. And they also go over the top 10 countries here, at least by each submission. But again, here are the finalists that have triumphed through all the evaluations. You can see the entire showcase here. They have a few cool ones like a Hugsticle and a Healing Frog, or even don't forget to blink. Every 5 seconds, every Lancer blinks, closes their eyes, where that might actually be an error here. There is a duplicate for that card. But again, some really cool ones, and you can vote on that. However, the final batch announcement will be May 21st, which is the next phase there. That's when the global voting will begin. So the first batch, the second, and the third will all go together and be voted on. I do think they're going to break that down again to 50 entries from all 3 batches, where then again the global voting will happen on May 21st, and those 50 entries will be able to be voted on. These were kind of determined by the developers, or will be the top 5 winners of that 50 batch. Again, around May 21st, I'll have a new update video, and I'll provide the link to vote, so look out for that one. Moving on, we have 2 last-minute mentionables here. This first one is, of course, there's always a ton of events happening on the Discord. This one, though, is brand new for today, and it's to create your own profile card, where you can enter the channel profile showcase and post your profile card there. 20 lucky winners will be randomly selected to receive 1,000 gluten coins. So kind of cool there. There is no voting process, it's just completely random, so you can head over to that one if you want to. Last up here is mentionables and mentions from my community. So speaking of Discord, I actually have a Discord if you didn't know, and I have essentially revamped and updated my Discord entirely. I've done a full overhaul of everything, and now we have dedicated categories for each game. And if you just want to participate in FragPunk, there is a FragPunk media channel and chat channel. You can avoid all the other ones and just hop into that one. I also do have a brand new badge system within my Discord where you can level up and earn badges for free. There are a ton of different ones here. Not only that, but I've also put the badges over on YouTube. Now, unfortunately, I can't have the badges there for free. Again, the Discord ones are completely for free. It's the exact same badges. You can earn them for free just by leveling up, which is just by chatting and participating. However, the one on YouTube has to essentially be through a paid package. There's no other way to do it, but I have it on the lowest tier for $2.99. So if you want to join my channel, support me, you can do so, and you can earn yourself one of these badges. There's been a bunch of new members joining since I've implemented the badges, and I already have some that have this 6-month badge. So really cool there. If you want to help out the channel, it's definitely worth a check out. But again, none of that is ever required of you. Overall though, it should about cover today's video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and until the next one. Deuces.